talked about why you should file early and the benefits of that. So there might be people who are just like, I still don't really care. Maybe I'll just leave it. So why should people not file late?
Well, interest and penalties is the short answer as to why you don't want to file late. First of all, filing early doesn't mean that the money's due early. The money is still due at the deadline. So again, it just buys you that time to figure out, okay, here's what I owe, and here's a plan to get this paid back. So that's important to know that filing early doesn't make the bill due early. The
Right.
bill is still due at the same time. Filing late, however, not only attracts interest on overdue balances, but a penalty for filing late. The interest on overdue balances currently is 5%.
Okay.
Now, it changes every 3 months. It gets reset every 3 months based on the going interest rate, but currently it's 5%. That's actually the small part. The interest is the small part. If you file late, the penalty for filing late is 5% of your balance owing, plus 1% of your balance owing for each month your return is filed late.
Wow.
So,
That
right,
adds up.
that adds up, right? If you're 3 months late, you're 8% penalty.
Right.
And it gets worse. If you filed late in the last 3 years, your penalty goes to 10% plus 2% per month. So they basically double the penalty if you're what they call a habitual late filer. So if you file late twice in a 4-year period, the second time the penalties are double.
And to note, just because last year the tax deadline was pushed, this year they have not done that. And so if you're one of those people who's maybe banking on that, maybe don't bank on that.
There's a lot of conversation happening about that right now. It's certainly, as the pandemic continues to carry on and develop, whether or not it gets extended, there's certainly a call for that right now, but that doesn't mean for sure that it's going to happen. And so planning that it'll probably happen is not really very good planning. It most definitely may not happen, especially knowing that they've extended the payment deadline. Watch one of our other videos here. If you receive one of the emergency response benefits, there might be a extension available to you as far as when they charge interest. So knowing that they've already given that out, the thought that they're also going to extend the filing deadline, this is a very different year. Last year, the pandemic started right in the middle of tax season.
Right.
Arguably now we're going to be entering the middle of tax season, and we're coming out of a lockdown rather than going into one. So knowing that the deadline is April 30th, we're not expecting at this time that we are going to see an extension to that. So filing late could be very, very costly.